Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name's Katie. Today I have an unboxing from ArtDot to share with you. This is a couple of their newer releases. It's some bigger square drill kits from the artist Louise Goalby, aka Fleeting Ember. I unboxed a set of 12 smaller canvases from this artist and shop a few weeks back that I'll link below if you're interested in maybe some smaller projects with round drills to start. That could be a great place to start with. It's really similar theming and vibes though. Lots of fantasy animals, mystical vibes. It's really pretty artwork. I'm excited to take a look at these because I haven't looked at kits like these from ArtDot before aside from that mini set, and this already looks pretty different even just from how it's packaged. My hope is to just give you a sense for what ArtDot has to offer with these canvases. I'm also really hoping to work on one of these soon because I know how helpful it is to get to see a completed canvas, hear about what it's actually like to work on. I really try to fit those into my schedule as much as I possibly can. Life is busy, but I promise I try. That said, hopefully this unboxing is still going to give you a pretty good sense of what these kits are like. If you're shopping at ArtDot and want to save a little bit, I've partnered with them to offer a 10% off coupon code. There's a link in the description box of this video you can click on to have it applied automatically and also let them know that I sent you. You could also use the discount code Katie, just my name, Katie, I think there's a discount code box at checkout. So that said, let's get into these. Now, these are packaged slightly differently, just overall the vibe and everything that's on here. The presentation is a bit different from anything I've seen from other companies. They have tubes. It feels like maybe they're harder cardboard tubes and are pretty sturdy. The way that they shipped was these tubes were inside these plain white boxes, and then the two white boxes were packed inside a poly mailer, which the boxes themselves got a little smushed, but these seem to be okay. This one is like a little bit smushed on this side. We're gonna get a look at the contents and make sure everything looks good on the inside, of course, and let them know if they don't. So let's start with this one here. I'll move this one off to the side. This one's called Butterfly Cat, but we're gonna start with the Seer. And so we've got the paintings by Louise Goalby. ArtDot has a commitment to have no AI with their artwork right now. And so if that's something that you care about one way or the other when it comes to your artwork, I just thought it would be helpful for you to know. This is called the Seer and has square diamonds, and we get a little bit of look at the render on the outside. My first impression seeing some of these like pretty clean lines and details up close is that these are hand charted, which I think they've also said outright. Okay, so what do they have on here? ArtDot, Craft is a Lifestyle, Diamond Painting Kit. Oh, here's the full piece. I love the fantasy vibes of this artwork a lot. They're saying this is kind of more of an advanced kit, 45.7 by 70 centimeters. That's, I'd consider that like almost a standard size diamond painting, 50-ish by 70-ish. I feel like is I don't know, just kind of like a standard intermediate to advanced size maybe. Okay, how-tos. If you're new to diamond painting, I will also have some how-to videos linked below if you want to see some video demos and hear it explained at length. First off, welcome to the craft. And second, I feel like sometimes watching videos can help it feel less intimidating. That's always what I do when I start a new craft, is like go straight to YouTube. But they also write it out for you if you want to go with that way. They have customer support here. And then, okay, benefits, you guys know this stuff. Stress is relief. I think stress relief is what we want. Sparkling art, all age friendly craft. Here's your inclusions. Lots of like toolkit stuff. We'll look at all this, of course. And then the tube comes with a built-in little carry strap that's adjustable, which again, I mean, I've seen tubes from other companies, but they're usually like a hard plastic. This is, I feel like, different from what I've seen. So, okay. I hear toolkits moving around. What am I stuck on? Okay, there we go. All right. Let's unroll this and see what all we've got here. I see a sticker sheet and all of this good stuff. Let's start with toolkit stuff. We'll get to the drills in a bit. We'll look at the sticker sheet in a bit. Okay, this is a lot more extensive than the toolkit that came with the set of 12 canvases. Like, what? Oh, we'll get to that. Let me do this in an order that will hopefully make a little more sense to you guys. So, little note from them. Don't mind this. I just decided, brushing the side of my hot oven was a great idea. Here's a little note from them. 1-year warranty. You could scan the code to register it. Okay. And then we've got, here's our basics. Okay, so the pen and the wax are in here. I know you guys know what this stuff is, but I feel like ArtDot is one of those companies you might be likely to run across if you're new to diamond painting, because they're in a couple of like beginner spaces like Amazon and stuff. So, okay, we have a basic pen that comes with a multi-placer on the end and a couple of the the blue heart waxes. So used to seeing them in pink. FYI, if you go to load up your pen with wax, peel back that thin plastic film. I can't tell you how common it is, how many times I hear people say, like, oh my gosh, I was trying to figure out why I couldn't get the wax to work, and it's because there was that plastic film there. Guilty. When I very first started diamond painting, I did the same thing. We get some tweezers. They're the curved angled tweezers, which are pretty sharp. Not too sharp, but I like those. They give you a lot of trays, like a lot of different tray options. Interesting that they give you 2 small trays. Maybe in case you have like some confetti areas that you want to work with. What am I stuck on here? Is that not the sliding lid? It is. So there's a sliding lid, and in their trays, they build in some of these. They're like multi-placer type sections. So it's going to group the drills in smaller amounts if you want to pick them up smaller amounts at a time and have it kind of done for you. You've got that. I think these are also stackable. Yeah, oh, it just snaps into place. Well, that's actually more secure that way. And these are stackable. So that's handy if you have a bunch of those. You can get just the trays from ArtDot too if you want a bunch. And then the bigger tray, this is what I would go for, because I'm like, give me a big old tray I could put plenty of diamonds in and multi-place with like my 12 placer. So this is what I'm talking about. There's no spout on these, but they do have the built-in like little washi tape hack ledge that you sometimes see. That's not a crack. I was curious to see. It's just a little line there. But this looks good. It looks like really clean lines and stuff. I haven't used one of their trays before. I should give this a try and see what that's like. They give you some release paper, A6 size. Now release paper, I'm just gonna pull out one of these to show you. This is for if you don't particularly like the plastic cover that comes on the canvas. You can take off the plastic cover and replace it with this. It's double-sided, it looks like. This is safe to put on the glue. It's not gonna stick to it. And something like release paper is also handy if you want to kind of create sections for yourself to work within. I like to section off my kits with washi tape. But sectioning in general, I feel like is handy because then it's like, oh, I've kind of predetermined an area I want to work on and I get a sense of accomplishment when I finish it. This, I don't know if I've ever seen a company straight up include sealer with their kits. So sealer is something that you can use to, like, you only want to use this once your kit's completed. In extreme circumstances, you could seal as you go. Like if you have a section with diamonds that just don't want to stick on the canvas, you could just seal that section. Let's see. They're giving you instructions saying open the bag, pour some of this onto the painting, use the spatula to spread the glue evenly, and let it dry and cure. So honestly, I've never used their sealer. Something like this, I would be worried about distributing it evenly. I'm glad they included it. If you have a paintbrush, I would use a paintbrush or even a foam brush. That I feel like is going to help you spread it more evenly. That's just what I'm assuming, though I don't know what this actual sealer is like. And given that this is like not resealable, I would wait to try to seal your painting until after it's totally finished. Now, I don't even know if this is going to be necessary. I never seal my diamond paintings unless the drills are wanting to pop or I'm having problems with it. And this might just be a overabundance of caution thing from ArtDot. But if you've completed an ArtDot kit and found that sealer was necessary, please do let me know in the comments. And in general, if you want to share your experiences of working on an ArtDot kit, absolutely do so in the comments, because I would love to hear it. Okay, so here's our canvas. Oh, she's so pretty. You guys know I love portrait style pieces. Fantasy characters are my weakness. That's like half, 3/4 of my diamond painting collection is this kind of genre. This is right up my alley. This is great. Here we've got a set of sticker labels. So I'm going to use this with the original artwork in my paper logbook once I start working on my kit. And that tells you the drill shape, the size of we'll make sure it's the image size and not the canvas size. We'll see. And then the SKU, so yeah, the code for it. Now these, you can see they are pre-cut. You can see where the lines are. And symbol and DMC, they're telling you what these are. So these are the symbols you're going to look for on the canvas. And then the DMC code, this comes from the DMC brand of floss and cross stitch. Most diamond painting companies use this color code system. And their special drills are these ones at the end that have the really colorful background. I remember this from the set of smaller canvases. So we'll look at all those, see what those special drills are, and get you a good look at all that stuff. So we'll get to the drills in a moment. Let's first go over this canvas. At first glance and first touch, this seems like it's identical in terms of the canvas material, what I'm seeing of the symbols and everything as the smaller canvases that came in that 12-piece smaller canvas set by Louise, Goalby, and ArtDot. So I'm still going to go through it though in case you didn't see that video and in case you were curious. We have branding. We have scalloped edges, which is nice for finishing and also should help with any fraying. As in, fraying shouldn't happen. The back is this short lint, soft lint canvas that's really actually exceptionally soft. We have a thumbnail here, and we have a legend on either side of the canvas here. And then this is licensed. You can see another thumbnail down here, rendered by ArtDot. And licensing, what that means is that the artist is given permission for the use of this artwork and is being compensated for it. So my understanding is this is how ArtDot does all of their kits, in addition to having a commitment to no AI artwork for the moment. So I don't know why I said for the moment. Like, that's just something they've said they're doing. It can always change, I suppose, but that sounded weird. My bad. Here we've got the number of drills and the drill shape again, the size, and then a bit of information about their website and customer support. Now let's look up close at the canvas and get a sense for symbols, color blocking versus confetti. Yeah, there's a certain, I don't know what it is, like a cleanness and intention to like the lines and the colors that do confirm to me that these are indeed hand charted with like that kind of clean lines and detail in mind. So color blocking is where you have like here the same symbol in kind of a block kind of an area like this. So you'll be able to use a multi-placer there if you want. You'll have that color in your tray for longer. Areas like that tend to go faster. Now we do have some confetti in here. Confetti is where you have more color changes in a small area. There's some good examples in our hair. And so you'll be doing more single placing and changing out the color in your tray more often. Her skin tones have some big chunks of color blocking. Raven or crow? I know that there are ways to tell the difference, but off the top of my head, I don't remember which. But she's got her familiar either way. Or perhaps just an animal friend. So first impressions, the printing on the canvas is really clear. I'm not having trouble making out any of these symbols. It doesn't appear that there are, I'm just glancing again, I certainly could be missing something, but it doesn't look like there are any symbols that are too similar to one another, which is nice because I don't like to have to worry about, oh no, am I mixing up two symbols that are really similar to each other? This doesn't seem to have that issue though. I'm just going to do a measurement to confirm that the dimensions that they give are for the actual image and not for the whole canvas. So that's 67 centimeters. And, okay. Let's see. And this one's 47. Now this is 47.5 centimeters by 70. Let me just double check this again. Okay, I was wrong. I must have moved the measuring tape. It's 70 centimeters. My bad. Here, look. Got the 0 over here. It's about 70 down there. Okay. We're true to size. Sorry, didn't mean to make anyone panic. We're all good. Must have moved it. Okay, drills, diamonds. Let's take a look at these. We are looking at lots of earth tones in this one. You know what? This amount of green sometimes scares me a little bit. Just for me personally. But I don't know. It's not like a huge kit. There's some color blocking. I'd probably be fine. So yes, lots of greens and browns on this one. And then let's see. Okay, so looking at these, we've got, perfect. Okay, it looks like we have the DMC code printed right here. And then I think this is going to be the legend number. Let's see. So 581, the legend number's not on there. It's on the side of the canvas though. So 581 is the DMC code right here. And then you see 581 on here. And then the legend number is 13. And the number 13 is right there. And these look like they're in order. I'm just at the opposite end of the strand, so we're counting down. And square drills, here's the thing with square drills. I am going to try to give you a sense from looking at them in the bag what my first impressions are. But square drills, it's hard to give like a completely accurate evaluation of them, like review of them, until you actually put them on the canvas and worked with them. But I'm trying to give a close look to these, and I'm not seeing a lot of trash, which is great. These look like they are made of resin, which is good. Definitely my preference when it comes to square drills. So trash drills are diamonds that are just not ones you're going to want to use for various reasons. Usually because there's a tab sticking off the side, or they're concave on the bottom, or even if they're just really inconsistent in size. The inconsistency in size is something that I cannot for sure tell, but these look good. And I'm not seeing a bunch of diamonds that have like bits sticking off the side, or yeah, I'm not really seeing a lot of trash for what it's worth. A little bit of static. If you run into static, that's really common with resin drills, especially when they're packed in plastic, like virtually all of these companies do. It's just kind of a byproduct of that. It's also something that is often very affected by the weather, humidity. I don't typically consider static a deal breaker because I want to work with resin squares and it's such a common issue and is so climate dependent. But that said, static can be super frustrating to work with. So if you run into static like this, I highly suggest getting a whole dryer sheet, dump this bag, like cut it open, dump the whole bag straight into the dryer sheet. If you're having trouble getting all the diamonds out of the bag because they're sticking to the sides, you can either tuck a small little square of dryer sheet in there, or kind of try to open up the bag a little bit and breathe into it with kind of a warm breath, as if you were trying to fog up a mirror or a window. That introduces some moisture to the bag and helps get rid of some of that static, and then you could pour the diamonds onto that dryer sheet and then pour them straight from the dryer sheet into whatever container you're using for them, whether it's baggies or structured storage or something like that. Here at the end, we have our 3 special drill colors, which look like they're all ABs. So zooming you in, AB stands for Aurora Borealis. These get their name from the northern lights and have an iridescent coating on the top that's very, very sparkly. It's going to grab some of the colors of the drills around them and certainly draw your eye to the areas it's been charted. So we have this pale peach color, we have a light blue color, and then we have a white color AB that there's quite a lot of. So I'm going to take you through the canvas. We'll see where each of these special drills are going to be found and kind of what we think of where they've been placed. If you don't mind, I'm going to take just a quick moment to look ahead of you. Since it always takes me a minute to make sure I find everything, I'll be right back. I'm back, and you know what? These actually stood out. This was not bad. I didn't even necessarily need to take a little break away. It looks like they're all up here towards kind of the top part of the canvas. Let me try to spare you that glare. For one, the light color that you see in her hair, starting even down here, going all the way up, that is our pale peach AB. Kind of goes all the way up around her hair. It's this light color that's in her profile. It's also this light color in her hair, these light colors. That is the one spot I'm seeing that pale peach AB. Oh, it's also at the top of her ear right there. It's that light line there. And then we have our white AB, which there was quite a lot of. There's actually a line of the white AB continuing from the pale peach AB along her ear. And then more white AB and some of these white spots. If you look up close, it's the @ symbol. And so it goes right next to the pale peach AB, kind of coming around the side of her face. And there's some dots of it in her eyes, a little bit in her profile here. So really standing out against the light that's in the background. Speaking of this light source here, we have patches of white ABs here in the background and going around the crow or raven. Some white ABs here, kind of coming all the way down here as well as over here. So just really that glow is where we're seeing the white ABs. Now the blue ABs, there were that light blue color. We have a little bit of it in the centers of our eyes next to the white AB. It's those 3 triangle symbols. It's up here, this light color on the branches, as well as these light colors on the branches over here and here. There's a lot of it in our animal friend over here. So in the center of the crow's eye, as well as this highlighting color right next to the white AB. I'm gonna set you down. Right next to the white AB is the light blue AB, kind of going around the crow. So just like the white AB and the light peach AB often go hand in hand around our kind of elfish character, we see the white and the light blue kind of going around our crow friend, including down here in the feathers, here in the claws, and I think that's about it. So yeah, all those ABs, those really make sense to me. It's nice that they're up kind of in the areas where you see that light and see that glow. When you look at the original artwork, it really is where the light is the most defined. Oh, the crow is like, or raven is like glowing. It looks like it's almost like on fire. He's very much a magical creature. Okay, so that even makes that much more sense. I love it. It's the magic. The ABs are in the magic. Okay. Well, you guys, that was a look at the Seer. If you wouldn't mind, give me just a minute. I'm going to get this packed up and put away. We have another kit with a really, really cute cat to take a look at together. So I will be right back. All right, so next up, we have Butterfly Cat, still by Louise Goalby. You know, when I was packing up the other kit just now, I think that maybe why this got a little bit distorted or had that tendency to was because if you take a look in here, it's that big tray. Like, it's the full width and maybe like a little bit of the tube. So I wonder if that's maybe part of it. But anyway, let me just quickly show you the outside of this. So I'm gonna kind of gloss over some of it since we went into it in a lot of detail on the last kit. So if you skipped ahead and really want to hear about all, like me going in depth on all the things, maybe go back and watch the beginning of that one at least, and that might be helpful. But we're going to look at all the special drills and everything about this kit still. But how-tos, here's the original artwork. It's going to be the same size point, 47.5 by 70, and should have the same kit contents. And we still have this strap, which again is a nice inclusion. I feel like even after you complete this kit, you could repurpose this tube potentially for other diamond paintings while you travel, or even if you want to take it with you while you're working on this one on the go. It's a nice little inclusion. Those trays didn't come out with it. So it's, you know, it is a nice addition. Let's unroll this one. The toolkit and everything should be the same. So yes, we have our pen and wax. We have a few different tray sizes. We have the large and the 2 smaller ones, which even, yeah, those stack that way too, which is handy. We have a pair of curved tweezers, angle tweezers. We have some release paper. I think the case said there's 30 sheets of this release paper. That's a good amount of release paper for them to include as a standard. And then the sealer again, and the thank you note. So you know what, compared to other companies, this is a pretty extensive toolkit. That's more than I feel like you see with a lot of other companies. I feel like the multiple trays and the quality of the trays is nice. The sealer is kind of like, I don't know if I've ever seen a company include sealer as standard with their kit, so I'm kind of surprised by that. It's a lot of release paper. It's, you know what, that's just, I would call it like a premium toolkit, honestly. Here we've got our sticker sheet. It looks like we'll have kind of a similar number of colors, some special drills again, and there's our original artwork. I love the kitties so much. If you guys like these fantasy animal style pieces that are very like glowy and have some really interesting like lighting effects, but centered around animals specifically, check out the set of 12 smaller canvases from ArtDot and this artist, because there's like 12 different ones and they're so pretty. There's different like seasonal ones, different vibes. Oh my gosh. This is so pretty. Let me give you a look at this one. We've got to have special drills in the butterflies. If we don't have some special drills in the butterflies, I'm going to riot. There has to be. I feel like that's what they tend to go for, is the spots where we've got light playing off of things. Okay, we have the same features on this one in terms of canvas material. The last kit, I forgot to mention, I wanted to get my finger in the glue and see how sticky it is. So we have a thin plastic cover, like a medium side of thin. Yeah, that's sticky glue. I know, I'm sorry for making you cringe by putting my finger right in there. How else are you gonna tell? The glue seems good. I don't know that you're gonna need that sealer, you guys. Thumbnail, legend on either side again. Here's our stats again. Licensed again, as always. 47,700 diamonds, 70 by 47.5 centimeters. Customer support. Let me take a look with you up close at this one. Ooh, right off the bat, I spy more confetti. Yeah, for sure more confetti so far in this one. So you can see that we've got lots of color changes. There's like some line blocking, so you'll be able to do some lines of these with a multi-placer, but yeah, definitely a little bit more confetti, a little bit more in the way it changes. Even in like the cat's fur here. But I appreciate the symbol clarity. Even if they've tried to do different symbol colors to really help them stand out from each other, I think that's a good move. Nice choice is what I was gonna say. The cat's face, look at all those pretty colors. You don't normally think like in a cat's face that we're gonna see almost like a rainbow of colors there. That's really pretty. We do have some color blocking here in the background. We want a little breather from all the confetti. There is a little bit of color blocking in there, but certainly compared to the other one, we're looking at more confetti. Got our cat looking at our butterfly or moth, almost like a Luna moth, maybe. Yeah, maybe it's not. I don't know. What do you think, butterfly or Luna moth? Let me look at this again. And butterfly, I think. That's just the like magic and light trailing off of it. Okay. This looks like it's the same size as the other one, but for posterity, I'm gonna go ahead and measure it. I think they have 4, if I'm remembering correctly, I was just on the website. They have 4 images in total from this artist at this size point, and they're all the same size. There's one that's, I think, wolves and one that's a tiger. Yeah, we're true to size here. And I wonder if they'll release, I'm not sure if they'll release more from her, but yeah, they've got a lot. Between the set of 12 and these 4 larger ones, you've got 16 different images to choose from this artist. Okay, diamonds. These are a little bit more spread out in how they're packed compared to the other package. And here we go. A little bit different color palette. There's a little bit more variety with the colors, which is nice. If you get like burned out or bored with more, what's the word? Not monochrome, I don't know. I can't remember the word I'm looking for. Where there's like a lot of similar colors. It's nice to have a little bit of variety sometimes if that burns you out. So. And this kit had a couple more colors, I think, in general. This one has 44 colors. I'm guessing all our special drills will be ABs. I'm not sure if they offer any other kinds of special drills. From the other set that I unboxed, I think all the special drills were ABs too, as well. We do have some 310 in this one. This is one of the more trash-prone colors, regardless of what company you get it from. So I'm kind of just taking a peek. They're really sparkly and shiny, though. Yeah, at first glance, these look good. That's promising, cautiously optimistic. All right. Lots of shades of gray in this one. I like to kit up into structured storage containers. I know some people like to kit up into trays or to baggies, but I think ArtDot sells some storage. Here's our special drills, our AB. So we have AB 444, which is, let me zoom you in. Kind of a medium toned yellow. And then we have AB 445, which is a little bit lighter yellow. We have a pretty orange AB here. And then more of this white AB 5200. The orange is 740. Kind of see that better. Placement wise, those colors, they've got to be in the butterflies, right? Give me one sec to take a look. I'll be right back. I come back with good news. The butterflies are all 4 colors of AB. Okay, let me show you up close. So the percent sign is our white AB. This play button triangle is going to be our light yellow AB. The check mark is going to be our medium yellow AB. And the X is going to be the orange AB. So this is made up entirely of special drills, entirely of ABs. This one kind of similar. I just don't see the, this butterfly doesn't have the light yellow. It just has the medium yellow, the orange, and the white. This one has the white, the orange, and the medium yellow. Bring you back down. The cat's chest, where there was a lot of just, you saw the glow in it in the original artwork. We've got white AB. Right next to it is the light yellow AB. Right next to that is the slightly darker, the medium toned yellow AB. I don't see any of the orange AB here in the cat. I just see those other 3 colors, the white and the 2 shades of yellow. And that kind of goes on up these colors along the cat, including like up here. The neck is that medium yellow color. The whiskers are white ABs. Oh, that's going to be pretty. This butterfly over here has all 4 shades of ABs. And we have the 2 shades of yellow here, the 2 shades of yellow here, and a little bit of the white. The white and the 2 shades of yellow in this one. Then on the top of the cat's head, again, where there's all this glow, we have the white and the 2 shades of yellow. So I'll show you up close. The percent sign is the white. The play button or the blue triangle is the light yellow. The check mark is the slightly darker yellow, or the medium yellow as I've been calling it. The cat's eye has some white ABs in the center. And the little butterfly it's looking up at has all 4 colors of AB in it. And there's a little bit over here in this glow spot that may or may not also be a butterfly. I can't tell. Okay, I love it. I do really like their special drill placement. It is definitely one of those things that feels very intentional and very much like a human being looked at the original artwork and went, where does it make sense to put special drills that are going to highlight and draw attention to areas that suit this artwork really well? And picking these spots with like the light and the glow of these butterflies is like, I couldn't imagine any better spot for it. So I'm a huge fan of the special drill charting in these for sure. Now, I have to just give this caveat once again that I have not yet worked on an ArtDot kit. It is on my priority list. I'm hoping in November I can get to, I tend to start with round drill kits when it's a new to me company. So I might grab one of those smaller size canvases from the set of 12 to work on. But I also like to test out square drills so I can give some feedback on those too. And I'm eager to give you guys a review of a completed kit from this company. So what I'm trying to give you now is just my first impressions, and I hope that this was still helpful for you if you were on the fence or trying to decide if this is a company that you would like to check out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have their website linked below, and you can go and take a look. If you like this general art style and think this artist might be for you, but maybe not necessarily this exact artwork was calling your name, go take a look at the other offerings that they have, because they did have, like I said, a lot between the different larger size canvases with square drills and the set of 12 that came with round drills and was a bit smaller. If you're shopping and you do want to save a bit, like I mentioned, I have that 10% off discount code that you're welcome to use. It's Katie, Katie. I may make a small commission if you choose to use that or to use my link. There's no pressure at all, but I always really appreciate it if you do. The support means a lot, but also the support from you guys watching my videos means a whole lot too. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you would like to see more diamond painting videos from me. I try to unbox and finish and review kits from a variety of different companies here on my channel. I also do weekly whip and chats on Monday mornings if you would like some company while you're crafting, and I do other diamond painting related videos here too. But either way, let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you've had experiences with ArtDot diamond paintings before, I'd love to hear them. Might be helpful for others as well. And I hope you're doing really, really well. Have a day and a week that's as wonderful as you are. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.